ப்ரோ என்ன ஆச்சுன்னு தெரியல ப்ரோ. ஓபிஎஸ் க்ளோஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு, கேம் க்ளோஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு, எல்லாமே க்ளோஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஏதோ பக் ரிப்போர்ட்னு சொல்லி வந்துச்சு ஏஎம்டி. ஏன் எப்படி ஆச்சுன்னு தெரியல. ஏதோ வைரஸ் சீரியஸ் இருந்துச்சான்னு தெரியலையே. நல்லா போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. ஓகே போடும். ரைட்டு ப்ரோ. இது வேறு எப்படி வரும்னு தெரியலையே ப்ரோ. திரும்ப ஸ்டார்டிங்லேருந்து இதெல்லாம் கடுப்பு. அப்படியே திரும்ப க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு மண்ணை போட்டு மூடிட்டாங்கடான்ற மாதிரி போயிட வேண்டியதுதான். லைக்ஸ் வந்துருக்குப்பா, நிறைய லைக்ஸ் வந்துருக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தான் இது வரவே வராது கன்ஃபார்ம். இதை நம்ம அடிச்சிட்டோம். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இதை பண்ணிடலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். என்னடா இது? ஸ்டாரை காட்டானு எங்கன்னு தெரியல. Sleeping mostly in the ghost modus தான் bro.
Is that
தனச்சண்டா இந்த மாதிரி தான் வரும்.
Wake up.
The situation is...
At least there are some elements that...
Weren't some of us keep...
I'm as confused.
Likewise.
And from what I've
observed, to be honest, I heard the truth.
Then what could possibly be causing this? Once was bad enough. I worked closely.
4 victims. I need to get to the...
Character loss ஆயிடுச்சுனா ரொம்ப கடுப்பாடும்.
Yes,
So we only have...
If you ask me, Lelik must be an expert in poisoning.
Here we go again.
Listen, she's been played.
That's a hideous thought.
How?
That's enough. But today's victim...
Who knows? I implore you all
to
ask yourself, Lelik is well known to be a ruthless...
Everything you...
How can you defend... All so you can... Don't you...
Sir, but... You were the one who told us not to stop other people from 4 people have already died. Turning against one another...
Little girl...
Even if Mr. Chuganov is... He's still one of the...
I had no intention of resorting to... In any case...
I don't think there's any need for that.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here, right?
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from... But then there's the 2 double...
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a super...
Correct? Now that you haunted? Yeah, I think I heard this...
Well, this is taking an unexpected turn. A haunted theater? If Paimon were here, she'd probably be hiding behind me in fear, right?
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more...
Very well.
I need to think... Valeri, come take...
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the... He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during... Yes, he'd always have this logbook.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the number... Apparently, we haven't...
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could...
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. Not to mention that this...
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we? They got collected on entry. I assume there's no way...
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people... Still...
Did an extra person just materialize out of...
Tonya, did you find...
Not yet. Still looking.
This looks like somebody's...
Alright.
Huh. This has to be Vodia Need.
Maybe it's a... It sounds like she's right.
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snezhnaya. It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. All right, give me my notebook back.
என்னடா இது ஓகே சோ ஒரு செகண்ட் ஒண்ணும் புரியல எனக்கு
Ah, traveler. Since you're here.
Alosha found it. We're both curious.
An investigation report, huh? Looks quite old.
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this issue.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous, while all... Anyway, the bottom line is...
Leyline problems are pretty unexceptional to me. It's hard to imagine what connection it could have.
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization, leyline renovation. My area of research doesn't touch on any of that, so it's completely outside of my wheelhouse. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. Death is near. But if so...
Maybe things are more complicated.
No, wait a second. The report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death?
இது இவளோட கொஸ்ட் போல ஒடெட்டோட கொஸ்ட் போல வர ஸ்டோரி கொஸ்ட் யாருக்கும் கொஸ்ட் மாத்திட்டானுங்க
If we take all this together, it's not impossible.
Oh, I beg to... Good.
ஏய் ஃபர்ஸ்டே ஒருத்தன் வெளிய போனானேப்பா
So, that's about... I'll share my theory for... If the killer had simply bought a ticket, it would have greatly increased the risk. I expect he or she either hit...
What about the note found in the
The killer may have simply planted it there as some...
So, it has nothing...
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have
First
to do
out
is find out
pa.
who got in here without the
Tinnarla
ticket,
மறந்துட்டாங்க
and
அப்படினு
all our
சொல்லிட்டு
problems will be solved? Then let me make...
It's true.
I most certainly did not...
Guess it was naive.
Especially after the unprompted... Tonya received her ticket the same way I did. I assume child. As things stand,
The audience head count doesn't add up. I get... Valeri came to the theater to catch... We have to catch this extra person. We have to catch this extra As things stand, the audience...
No.
I got my ticket from Chai. Sounds like Chuganov went... I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all... Mr. Shram, did you really go through the ticket inspection to get in here?
Huh? Me? Why am I being singled out, my friend? Do I see...
It's not that you stand out as suspicious.
Okay. Well...
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're a good person. But the problem is, none of us here actually know you, so no one can say for sure that you are who you claim to be. Although, actually, last time I checked, there were barely any of us remaining in Snezhnaya, and...
Good grief. Are you blushing?
Hey! Revolt... I was just a bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because sparks began to fly...
We don't need details. Just get to the point.
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name, that's all. You know how it is. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, both the Fae and human factions will give her a hard time.
Really? Wait,
Huh? Shram, what the devil are you
Why is everyone looking at me like that? Surely you can understand where I'm coming from.
Delicate times.
Yes? You know, the Civil War? Last time I checked, the Fae and the humans were still at each other.
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnaya history was over 400 years ago, when Her Majesty the Tsaritsa had just...
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round.
I'm just as amazed as you are.
Is someone going to explain what's going on?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
That seems to be the case. Vodyanitsa's private No. The truth lies within the clues we've... The theater's ley lines have... Mr. Shram's statement proves he is from... And according to the investigation report on the theater hauntings...
Hey.
For some unknown reason, the soul that has been wandering... Yeah, that must... Since we discovered that... The contents of the investigation report have been verified. Death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. In which case, that also makes him our extra person. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the deceased. People who died a long time ago.
Someone who died alone.
In short, there's a dead person among us. The extra person we've been searching for is a ghost from the past.
You mean I'm a ghost? No. But even if I was dead, I know for a fact I didn't kill anyone these past...
Yeah, even if all that's true, the report also said the souls inside the theater can't affect reality, right?
Then what if the problem isn't the soul? The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley lines are like...
Why does this analogy sound
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating here, but...
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things we couldn't make sense of.
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya is relying on a lot of logical... Still, it seems like the best explanation we have under the circumstances.
Alright, so how could Shram not know that he's dead? Seems a little unlikely.
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for a soul to wander the theater for centuries without questioning their existence or reason for being there. It's simply
இதோட
what's
முடிச்சா
natural for
கரெக்டா
them.
இருக்கும். இது இல்லாம திரும்ப வெளிய போயிட்டு ஒரு பொண்ணு தான்.
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually be right. I'm trying to remember and...
Well, I'm sure.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the war. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a... But I was going to do whatever it took to buy our chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want.
It's just... Even now, If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me.
But...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. I guess it's...
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different course.
My good sir, we both know I'm not supposed to be here.
No, I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man.
நான் அவனை பத்தி யோசிக்கல வெளிய ஒருத்தன் போனானே.
One last thing. Miss Wateramp. My lover. Her name was Litia. Litia Ozarova. Do you know...
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what we all called her. I remember her as a very kind elder. She had a bunch of kids, too.
I'm so glad she survived. And she had lots of... As long as she went on to be happy. There's no need to see me off, my friends.
Take care, my man.
I knew Mr. Shram was already dead, but...
Death is cruel, no matter how we might try to make sense of it.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only little, so I don't remember even the historical records about that time period. All people know is that the Tsaritsa...
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was...
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city? She offered herself up to be hated in
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't...
All this time?
All right.
If only this blasted storm wasn't still...
திரும்ப ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்க சொல்றானுங்க.
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm. I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds...
Knock, knock.
Huh?
Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't...
Think of it as a signal, then. When I'm entering... Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from... But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, yes.
It's nothing.
Actually, there's some... So I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitya, I immediately started planning to track him down and threaten him to back out. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move there would risk, so I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved, but but when I finally made it to his lab, Mitya's, I checked his breathing and his pulse. He had no... I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in
Mitya
the audience
செத்துட்டானா
during the
அப்புறம் எனக்கும்
performance,
புரியல.
I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder that is.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single Mitya out. Just like...
Exactly. Besides...
But now, it seems... I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information being...
So, what...
Let me confirm one thing.
Around a week ago. Sometime in the afternoon.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. That definitely would have been after you found him dead. He seemed completely normal to me. Chatting with Vodyanitsa, trying...
So he was definitely alive on that day.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was because of the problem with the theater's ley line. But Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley lines affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person we were...
I think the chances...
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right.
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not what...
What is going on with this?
I almost hoped.
Do you think people...
Death itself is cold, isn't it?
Well, I hope thinking back on it, once we get out of...
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr. Nice.
Yeah, without...
I told you already.
Little girl?
Oh,
I've been so kind to everyone, especially when she was little. All right. Are you taking anything?
Yeah.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. However, out of an
shouldn't we take...
No need.
What a long day. This whole
இது
situation
அவசரத்துல
with
இல்ல
Valeri's
செத்தாகணும். ஓகே, இன்னொரு ஆளு சாவ போறாங்க NPC.
He's awake.
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door.
Are you all right? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Curses! The black mist is catching up to us. We need to keep going. Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just...
Mr. Door! Monsters! Quick, get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Oh, well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
இந்த ஸ்டார் தானே ப்ரோ சொன்னீங்க?
So we're doing this the hard way.
Ready to taste my...
Encase! Condense!
You win.
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. Oh, if I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Fighting frog!
Come no closer. By my command.
Encase!
Oh, goodness me!
Impossible.
Wait, look! There's more monster stuff. No, no! Mr. Door, what are you doing? We
Found it. This is my door.
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No!
You must keep...
But, you're right. Let's go. We can't let Mr. Door's sacrifice be in vain.
Okay, bro.
The black mist isn't... Surely I wasn't... Oh, okay. Hmm?
What time is it? I guess everyone's still asleep? Larry? Wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of... I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't? But for me...
How's Tonya?
I just checked on her.
That means Valeri was the only one who died last...
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up. That...
This is so...
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only 1 victim this time, not 2.
No similar case. But Mr. Schramm was... Can a death at night eat? After the deceased Schramm left, there was 1 less victim last night. It's a reasonable conclusion. The number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number of dead among us. That's your theory, right?
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm, and the night after he left, the death toll dropped from 2 to 1. By that logic, there must be 1 more dead...
Another one?
Having an extra person...
1 more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what... It's just at the top...
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
I'm partly to blame as well. I was too quick to dismiss Odette's concern.
What is this about? What have you...
Sounds like there's some big news you... Wow,
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but we thought it just wasn't possible, so we left it at that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached the same conclusion. Let me just try and verify this. I just scoured my memories trying to think back to the afternoon Miss Odette, but I honestly have no recollection of dying. That's where I'm different than Mr. Schramm.
Having seen Mr. Mitya a few days ago myself...
Well, if it isn't Mitya, then who?
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you mentioned that you know Tonya's brother. Had you ever met her before all this?
No, never.
Now just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You can't... You're in the hot seat.
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov?
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonya because he suspects her? I suppose I only identified her by age, and nothing else.
I'm just...
What time is it? I guess everyone's still asleep? Larry?
சை, எத்தனை வாட்டி கட்ட
Wake up! Everyone needs to wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear... I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't I, Mr. Valeri? Now you can rest in peace. But for me, life will be all the duller for not having to run away from you, my friend.
How's Tonya? Is she okay?
I just checked on her.
That means Valeri was...
If Valeri was a...
This is...
Actually, one thing...
After the deceased, it's a reasonable... The number of people who die each night.
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm, and the night after... By that logic,
Another one.
having an extra person...
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, it's just...
I'm sorry. I'm
partly to blame.
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some... I'm the dead person?
Odette and I talked...
Yeah, let me just try it, but I honestly have...
Well,
if you don't mind me asking...
No, never.
Now just one. You're in the hot...
Trying to pick a fight, Mr...
You!
Did Mitya ask... I suppose...
I can vouch.
Oh, really?
Since being here...
If Chuganov can... Miss Odette.
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't remember anything about dying. But I do remember something else. Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were suffering from temporary memory loss. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. You said it was hindering the progress of your experiments.
Right. And even though I don't remember some of my memories from that...
Are you suggesting you're missing the memory of your...
Of course. How am I only just realizing this? Humans aren't necessarily aware of their own death.
You mean being silently assassinated? Or dying in your sleep?
The researcher's amnesia. Suddenly, I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough. All right. It's decided then.
Oh, leave!
Come on, kid. Aren't you gonna fight for your life?
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant new idea for my research popped into my mind. But then, I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any notes. I guess that must be another instance of temporary amnesia.
No. Hold on. I see where you're going with this. You're suggesting that there's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea, no?
I believe Miss Odette's account. During all it would take is... There's no evidence to suggest... Please relax. If, on the other...
Mitya's right. This is...
What is a scientist with this snowstorm? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this.
Poor Mr. Mitya. I didn't even get to...
Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there to... Maybe it's come to think of it, you could take it if I make it...
Without regrets, I feel like a strange
Are you okay?
If something's bugging,
I have a travel
you're worried about her.
to be honest.
Descender.
But with Paimon by my side, over time, she loves eating, sleeping. Over the last few days that we've... But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation has already moved. I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but...
I don't know if I could be surrounded by people. Later on, all we can do, so...
Thank you.
But what do you need?
That's just the choice. Like I said before, our songs have so I made the
Could you?
Regret. That's the trope I hate the most.
Thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear.
But Vodyanitsa, if you hate goodbyes too, why didn't you leave with your people?
That's just the choice I made. I used to regret it, but I don't anymore. Like I said before, singing is a water imp's primary mode of expression. It's how we convey our emotions. Our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years. Each one a story pieced together through moments of joy and sorrow. But does a story exist without someone to read it? To me, the answer is no. So I made the choice to stay. That way, there would still be someone left to sing these songs and listen.
Could you teach me how to understand your people?
இதுதான் கட்டாச்சு திரும்ப இதே எடுத்து வந்துட்டேன் யூஸும் திரும்ப வச்சு திரும்ப வாழ் தான் போயிடுச்சு அப்புறம் வராது நினைக்கிறேன்
I've never heard that one.
Color me impressed. Most people can.
Voice lower. Voice lower.
What's the song about then? Come on.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. Because it means something like, may those we have lost watch over us and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited once more.
Okay.
No wonder I could hear.
திரும்ப க்ளோஸ் ஆச்சுனா ஸ்டீம் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு போக வேண்டியது.
Of course.
அது வெளியே எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இது கிராஃபிக்ஸ் செட்டிங்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் மாத்துனேன் அதனால இது ஆயிடுச்சு தெரியலையே. அப்படினாலும் கேம் மட்டும் தான் கிராஷ் ஆகணும் ஓபிஎஸ் கிராஷ் ஆக கூடாதுல்ல ஓபிஎஸ் கூட சேர்ந்து கிராஷ் ஆயிடுது ஸ்கிப் அடிக்க முடியல தேங்க் யூ ஃபார் த சப்போர்ட் ப்ரோ சப்போர்ட் லைவ் எத்தனை வாட்டி திரும்ப வந்தாலும் வரும் அப்படின்னு
Once I get out of here, but I guess that means before I
இந்த யார் டெத்து
where it's so dark in here.
அவதான்ப்பா கல்பிரேட்
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. Quick, over here. Turn on the switch. We need to... Alright, we're safe. The spirit sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let... Yep. Luckily, I was here to resurrect you.
A bit more than a bummer, I'd say.
Sure I do. I'm your guardian spirit after. I specialize in soul recall.
Thanks.
Alright, there's no time. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you.
எப்படிடா போறது?
Look out!
அதான் bro ஒன்றும் புரியல. டிராவலர் வந்து கார்டியன் ஏஞ்சல்ன்றா,
Is over there.
இவ வந்து கார்டியன் ஏஞ்சல்ன்றா. ஆனா இவ யாருன்னு தெரியல. இவ அவ இல்ல போல. எப்படி போறது இந்த பக்கம்? அசைய முடியல. உள்ள வந்தா தானே பாப்ப, உள்ளே வர மாட்டேன் போ. கிளம்பு.
It's too dark. Traveler! I won't let you die.
மீண்டும் மீண்டும் செத்து வந்துட்டு
Even
இருக்கான்.
though it's not permanent, dying is death.
Great.
Yeah.
Time for you to get up.
What about you? You're not coming with me?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I can only resurrect someone so many times. I might not look any different. I can go no further.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because.
But.
இவ ஆல்ரெடி செத்துட்டாளா?
Go.
அஞ்சு எல்லாம் உயிரோட வந்துருவோம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆரிப்பி டிராவலர்.
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us, didn't you, Chuganov? You
Take a long, hard look at yourself before I suspected you on. And you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashing out and where was all this passion and
Is that a
After all the Valerian meat, but first, I need to think this through. Of those who remain, the only person we've never met before is Tonya. People are easily missed, but Mr. Chuganov.
April Fool. Bro, ஒண்ணுமே புரியல bro.
Tonya, how's Tusser been lately?
Tusser?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right?
No. And my brother's name is Razik.
Oh.
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining. Yesterday,
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you. That night, when I infiltrated you, but thinking back on it now...
even that was a lie? But why would he lie about having a...
Curses!
I think I remember now. I know how I ended up here. It feels like a distant memory. The reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. The local... It's not a very common illness. It's partly genetic and partly caused by the cold climate. After a while, I felt myself... So one day, he agreed. We got to the theater.
Oh.
When I woke up, but there's no...
Tonya.
Yeah, After all of that, I'm sorry, everyone.
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it? Didn't that ever strike you as odd over the last?
Well, when I was little, when we escaped from the hospital, so when you first approached me and said my brother had sent you, and I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know.
At least your memory of death isn't painful. Now it's your turn, Chuganov. Talk to us.
And yes, the truth of the matter is, I lost them. My daughter's name was Iskra. And before you ask, yes, Iskra, as in Iskra, she also died from the snow cough. After Iskra passed, my wife couldn't bear to face those memories either. So she chose to start a new life without me. One day when I came home from work and saw the empty room, I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made me feel
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism, I know. So explain your false testimony then.
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned that her brother would brew medicine for her from frost fairy flower leaves. Combined with her various symptoms, I suddenly understood everything, including the fact that she was deceased. The snow cough used to be an incurable illness. I would pick frost fairy flower leaves to brew, but the year after my daughter passed away, the jester of the Fatui announced that a cure for frost blight, also known as the snow cough, had finally been developed. It turned out that that was the final. So, poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when...
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though you knew she was one of the dead?
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already dead. What did you hope to achieve by...
How can you just declare a living person dead and throw... Mitya's gone. My good buddy Shram's gone. And now it's Tonya's turn. Isn't the others I can make my peace with? I just want her to... I'll be damned if I... Not again! No!
Mr. Chuganov? By the sounds of it, you've known I was dead since then. I really liked Mr. Valeri, Mr. Mitya, and Miss Vodyanitsa. I'm not happy.
No!
Well, at this point, despite all the... Since the day, I'm very... And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. It's them that you... Well then...
You're leaving already?
இல்லை ப்ரோ செட்டிங்ஸில் கொஞ்சம் இது ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டேன், அதுதான் கொஞ்சம் இதுவாகிடுச்சு. கிராஃபிக்ஸில் இது 1.8 இருந்துச்சு, அது 1.5 இருந்துச்சு. அது வச்சதுலேருந்தே ரொம்ப நேரம் இதுவாகுது. அப்புறம் இது இதில் தான் இருக்குது ஷார்ட்டாக குவாலிட்டி. இது வேறு ஓப்பன் ஆக மாட்டேது. ஆண்ட்ரலன் ஷார்ட்ஸ் ஓப்பன் ஆக மாட்டான். ஓப்பன் ஆகல, திரும்ப கிராஷ் ஆகணும்னு தெரில. ஒரு லைவ் போகிறதுக்கு இவ்வளோ கடுப்பாது ப்ரோ. ஷேக்
I'm a little out of practice these days.
ஒன்றும் முடியாது.
Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking.
ஓப்பன் ஆகல, இதோட முடிஞ்சிச்சு நேரம் சொல்லு ப்ரோ. உனக்கு சிரிப்பா இருக்கா? எனக்கு கடுப்பாது ப்ரோ. ஏய் ஐயோ, திரும்ப இதுல இருந்தா.
This wasn't supposed.
Take a long. I suspected you. And you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashed. Where was all this?
மீண்டும் மீண்டுமா
After all the trouble, Valerian Meteor aren't. But first,
சுமேரு மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு நம்ம.
of those who remain, people are easily. But Mr. Chuganov.
இதுக்கப்புறம் க்ளோஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா லைவ் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு கிளம்ப வேண்டியதான் நான். நாளை சந்திப்போம்.
Tonya, how's your brother Agent?
Oh.
Chuganov.
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you is that night when I. But thinking back on it now.
Even that was a lie?
Curses. Oh, why is there.
The reason I'm always coughing is because I got. It's not a very common illness. After a while, I felt myself. So one day, I told my brother that I wanted him to take me outside for once. He agreed. He snuck me out of the hospital, and we escaped. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and went inside. When I woke up, but there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided.
Tonya.
Yeah, I know. I understand now. After all of that. I'm sorry.
Your name probably.
Well, when we escaped. So when you first. I thought he must have chosen a fake.
At least you're. Now it's your turn, Chuganov.
And the truth of the matter, my daughter's name was. She. After Iskra, one day when I came, I soon discovered.
Nothing more than a so explain your.
The night before last, combined with her, the snow cough used. But the year. That was the. So. Poor Miss.
So.
That doesn't make any sense.
I just. How can you just declare Nitia's gone? The others. I just want her to. I'll be damned. Not again!
Mr. Chuganov,
And
by the sounds of it, I really am not happy.
No!
Despite all the since the day, I'm very fond of you. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that you. Well then,
You're leaving already?
No, thank you. Oh, my name is.
Feels strange.
Tashka.
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you.
Let me leave.
In your dream, the Fatui have. I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop.
Wait.
Fair enough.
And yet you won't let me die.
Hey,
Is this really the time? All right, fuck.
Am I hearing things? There it is again.
Should we open the.
Is this it? If the last few days, whatever lies.
முடிச்சா கதவு தட்டுறான் பார்த்தா இவனா மிட்டாயா நினைச்சேன்டா
Hey everyone.
How are you doing?
Much better. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa are missing. Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you just.
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has it means some.
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem. Who knew it actually worked?
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead. Me too.
Huh. No kidding. Huh? Seemed like I guessed right. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is still... I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. I don't know how else to describe. And as for the requiem, but I didn't experience...
You don't see... Both Shram and Patoshka were clearly deceased, and yet their souls didn't look or feel like ghosts at all. They were visible.
This raises a truly terrible thought. Mitya said the outside... The requiem. Dreams can't Mitya's soul was summoned back by the requiem, of course. Then maybe we've all...
எல்லாருமே செத்துட்டோமா? இல்ல புரியல எனக்கு.
Yes.
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here. While an endless... It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was, we were all deceased. The only difference being some of us died more recently than others. Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Seems like we misunderstood what it meant after all. Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along. The note simply meant that all of us were already dead.
So all our attempts to survive, our search for the deceased...
Hard to say. At the very least, we hope 2 lost souls find clarity and go to where they belong. The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines. In which case, the deaths we've awoken to over the...
If what you're saying is true, doesn't that make us the lost souls now? Huh, no wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's body, I noticed that the other bodies in the room hadn't decayed one bit after all these days.
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all, but merely our shells here in the afterlife.
Am I really dead? No, that's impossible.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead.
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. It gave me lots to think about as I strode out. I racked my brain. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw... I can't remember.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the... I guess... This was... What's wrong? Do you recognize the symbol?
It's... Renova. The ruler of death.
Huh?
Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayan folktale you told me about? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, he appears as an incarnation of someone familiar to guide their soul, and as soon as you recognize his face, you're...
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim Reaper in this story refers to...
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that the Grim Reaper is here disguised in a familiar form.
Death, When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report.
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us. Then, we started suspecting each other and
By that logic, the one person most likely to be the Grim... Identifying the Grim Reaper is a... Identifying the Grim Reaper is a major The Reaper is right here among us. No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alosha is most likely the... Is it you, Alosha?
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone. What if someone else found the investigation report first? Slipped the note inside?
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in much earlier than it was.
That's not all. I've also noticed that although on the surface, Valeri, Mitya, and sometimes I were the ones taking charge of the situation. Looking back now, even though you didn't say much, you were always subtly guiding everyone from the sidelines.
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patashka to stay. I don't understand why.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're
He still won't admit it. Fine.
The biggest question I have right now is, if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alosha, then where's the...
No.
Even first போவான்ல.
That's right. Right at the start.
போடு.
When all this began, right after the performance, it wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning, but it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier.
Right. So Mr. Dimov was the first victim, not Sobolova.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of this incident, then one thing becomes clear. Alosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm.
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all. The one who came back.
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead. And you're
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't...
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction.
No, bro. What,
if
bro?
I require someone
It's
to
very
die,
wrong, bro.
I need not resort to such laborious methods as murder. You simply met the criteria to trick.
I know about the curse of immortality. You cursed us? When?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take.
இப்ப தெரிஞ்சு யாராவது என்ட்ரி கொடுப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பியரோ இல்ல சிஸ்டம் அப்படி இல்ல டிராவலரே மாஸ்க் கட்டறானே
If you must have an
So you're not
இல்ல
going to tell
சிஸ்டம்
us
வந்து
the
கிராஷ்
truth?
ஆதான் பாப்போம்.
Hold your tongue. Those angels from the past
மூணுத்துல
are
என்ன
to
நடக்குது?
blame for
டிராவலரா,
the reckless
ஹார்பஞ்சரா இல்ல
renovation
சிஸ்டம்
of the
கிராஷா?
ley lines here.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die? That...
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable... After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley line. My work encompasses the entire... You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. But this actually hindered their ability to accept. This effect manifested, but if souls who die, then they will remain forever suspended between...
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long, we'll escape your control.
Mitya is sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen, and the reason she got involved to begin with. But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide among us in the form of a...
You seek to understand the mind of a god. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There.
Can't say I am.
Really? But it...
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriating... Work is work, I get it.
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. Due to the obstruction in revealing my then there was the...
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. Only then, with my guidance, could they finally...
I vaguely remember seeing Batashka, but in the most terrifying form. Was that in a dream? Is that what would have become of her if she hadn't returned to the late...
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact grants wisdom to more... Anyway, giving that is more of an angel's role. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused as both issues slowly and, of course...
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can receive each day.
That much is obvious.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in 2 people per day, I need to go over the deaths from these past few days again. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm after Demoff to investigate. During this process, the ruler... During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Torgov and... Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of coolish, unexplainable phenomena. Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized he was the... He thought it was all over, but a lot happened today. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Vodyanitsa was swallowed. As it happened, the girl I thought was, come to think of it, Patap and Renova. Looking back, I suppose that was an early slip. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Meteor returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls.
No, bro.
In fact, everyone was now. That covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here.
The water imp's song, the ley line.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned. I suppose that was never meant to be a permanent...
That just leaves and your soul for a descender like you, who is not... I have no interest in involving myself with...
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices...
Death abides no reason. To me, it is nothing...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
ப்ரோ எல்லாரையும் நேத்துல இந்த சாத்துறது. என்னாச்சுன்னு ஒன்றும் புரியல. செத்துட்டு நாங்கள் திரும்ப உயிரோட.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What?
How much do you remember?
What do you mean?
Has Odette already Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't you remember anything?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of death eventually, just with one catch. They forgot what happened.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything. Why were you able to remember this?
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right?
I don't...
You don't? Huh. Okay. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender? Is that why you can remember?
A full explanation would get complicated.
Well then, Now that is all. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it. Right.
They say that right before death.
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, this also aligns with previous reports. To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonia. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death? And why are we resurrected after we die?
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal. We still...
Right. This time only got complicated because of this... Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down before I died? I can't remember what it was, but I think it... Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with...
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigation, yet you two seem very... And, by the way...
I can explain everything.
Okay.
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I get... So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the... Agreed.
I'm finally back. I should keep my...
Wait. The atmosphere here... Shh.
Have we still not been able to know... I'm so sorry.
Tell me, what happened?
It was the Jester. He came here. He's the director of the Fatui.
How long ago?
It was about an hour. Miss Paimon was...
Do you know where they went?
The Armory. I'm surprised.
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's... It's just up ahead.
No.
I was hardly... I may be a Paimon safe...
If you say so.
Let's go.
கிடைக்காத கேரக்டருக்கு உள்ளனும் போட்டுக்கிறேன் பாப்போம். அட பையங்களா போங்க. பைமன் சாவ மாட்டா ப்ரோ. ஓகே ட்ரையல் கொடுத்துருக்கானுங்க.
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Cut it down. Waltz of the snowflakes.
Take me up!
Fear the coming storm.
Open fire! Open fire!
Can't run from death. A snowy.
Bullseye!
Take a break.
I can still...
You have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Don't blame me for what happens next!
DPS மாதிரி அடிக்கிறாப்ல C3 இருந்தா.
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures.
Looks like we're in for a tough... Intruders! Stay alert!
Witness the snow swan's grace.
Intruders? Don't come any closer!
Just what are you guys trying to do here? I'm sure yours.
Shadow me.
Mission.
Insulation chamber deployed.
Put him. Let's go. No one interferes with the Jester's work. Pretty sure.
Come on, keep up. Pick up the pace.
Take me up!
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on. One down! Here, boy!
Crystalline Adagio. Pirouette. Let's begin.
How tiresome. Come on, keep up.
Bullseye!
The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
Was the whole reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Take a break. Pick up the pace.
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions. Let's make our way.
Paimon. And the Jester. Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
ஐயமா நம்ம சுட்டாங்க போங்க.
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.
Mission.
Giddy up!
What's going on? It's the curse of death. Odette.
திரும்பவுமா?
Is this the afterlife again? I need to find a way back.
மீண்டும் மீண்டும் இவ்வளோ இது எனக்கு ஒரு மாதிரி கூஸ் பம்ப்ஸ் ஆகுதுங்க. அவளுக்கு இவ்வளோ பயமுறுத்துறா. ஓடணுமா? நான் ஓடாம நின்று இருக்கிறேன். அடப்பாங்களா, எப்படி போறதுனே தெரியல. இப்படி குத்துட்டானுங்க. இப்படி வந்துட்டோம் ப்ரோ. Oh, right. Wait.
Odette? No signs of... Did Odette and... Thank you, Odette, but... I'm...
Yeah.
Sure enough. Everyone here has been affected by... Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Paimon probably didn't escape Renova's curse either. She won't be able to respond to me right now. I'll have to find her myself. Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now.
I think Paimon dead by his start.
Found her! Paimon really is here!
Gate open ஆயிடுச்சு. ரெனோ வந்துட்டா. போட்டு
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnaya's Judging by your expression, in that case, a word to the wise. Do not interfere in Snezhnaya's affairs. A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. And as a descender, you are perfectly suited to be the lifeline to which a dying civilization might
No advice needed. I'll make my own judgment.
Suit yourself. When the day of reckoning arrives, not even a descender can hope to escape unscathed. The time for resurrection fast approaches. The mortals here are not yet worthy to behold my form. That thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn, unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Sudan entry.
Ruler of death. What do you want?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me.
Okay,
No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there'll be a next time?
Run away, Tamba.
Huh?
I missed you, Paimon. It was... You seem to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. The Jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon. And she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing.
So, Mitya helped too?
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. I was in a rush to verify some theories. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects that the experimental energy had on her. The Jester specifically instructed me to do so.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler. I could not let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer. And so I simply took her without explanation.
But why would a big shot like you?
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnaya, we once spent some time together.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. And Paimon did think you seemed strangely familiar the first time we met.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait.
இல்ல புரியல.
Mitya,
Pasta.
let us continue with the report. What conclusions, if any, did you reach from conducting the final experiment of our energy research ahead of schedule?
The good news is, my hypothesis regarding the ruler of death has been verified. As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice. Currently, we have no means with which to make a breakthrough.
I will trust your judgment. We shall put the project on hold.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? You want to get rid of Renova?
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until then, everything we do will be in vain. After what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal. Or rather, the trigger condition.
Okay, let's...
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress, preventing us from possessing any means with which to threaten the heavenly principles.
Just like the little lapdog she is.
So, any ideas, research, or just now, for instance? I was as expected, though. The moment the experiment began, all the researchers, technicians, and witnesses died from the curse. All that effort, not to mention the energy and materials we relied on.
Does that mean something similar happened when we were at the theater?
That's right. During the performance, I thought of an important breakthrough regarding the experiment. And so the nature of the curse seems to be some... Of course, until Odette...
But you mentioned something about a finals...
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, but as I'm sure Renova anticipated...
You mean the experiment you were just about to do?
Yes, we were at a critical juncture, a moment where the quantitative was about to translate into fundamental, but now, after already as long as Renova's curse of death persists, we won't be able to advance the experiment or obtain any results.
And with Project Stuja having been in effect all this time, at our nation's current strength, repeated trial and error only by eliminating Renova.
She's the ruler of death!
We'll see. But one thing...
You're sick?
Wouldn't it be easier to...
So...
Exactly.
Regardless, our goal is the heaven.
The Fatui wanted...
For a long time, I've had a vague suspicion the Fatui and the Tsaritsa were targeting, but hearing the Jester admit it is still a shock. No wonder the Tsaritsa's goal has always been kept a secret from the people. What kind of road will that lead Snezhnaya?
In that case... Lord Jester, I would like to...
Granted. While there is yet time.
bro.
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an
Seems like the powers that be in Snezhnaya don't intend...
The Harbingers have been granted significant autonomy in retrieving the Gnosis.
You read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis, Paimon's been dying to ask this question since forever.
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key bargaining chip when she confronts the heavenly principles. Beyond that, you had best ask the Tsaritsa herself.
What do you mean? Not sure. Don't you...
Taking on the heavenly principles is something most people wouldn't even entertain in...
Into that today, civilization, our civilization, only by change. Otherwise, the fate of the people of Conria and Hyperborea is a cycle doomed to repeat itself.
Not correct, isn't it?
Accepting potential destruction?
Furthermore...
Huh?
Then the birth of the Hilly Churls, the rules of Natlan's Ode of Resurrection. Those are curses too? Farina's long life seems to stem from a curse placed on her by Focalor as well.
Yes. Even a god's love for humanity is a curse the heavenly principles.
What?
The Tsaritsa has always had ample reason to hate the heavenly. If she can seize their authority, she will reconstruct the entire world. And when that time comes, look forward to it. It will be a world beyond your imagination. Though the ordinary people of Snezhnaya may not understand these details, in this frigid land locked in a ceaseless struggle against the environment, in this nation to which the gods have never shown favor, we all believe that standing in solidarity with...
Paimon really doesn't remember. He's basically a stranger. You've got to believe Paimon.
Allow me to explain. The reason Paimon reacted to the anti-Celestia energy developed is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically,
Paimon? A creation of Celestia?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier, but thinking back on it, Renova also said that Paimon is a creation of Celestia. But she lacks Celestia's power or authority.
As you know, the lunar fragments in Nodcry were pulled down from the sky using Fatui technology. But the first application of this technology was in Conria. I used this technology upon the heavens, and the response I received was none other than Paimon, descending from Celestia. I presented her to the Vinster King, but he took no interest in this gift, nor did it satisfy him. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until, of course,
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. You're talking about things that happened in Conria 500 years ago. You're saying Paimon was there, but Paimon doesn't remember any of that. Falling from the sky? Being given away as a gift?
Having lived through the cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with some manner of curse. Although, losing your memories would indeed be the smallest price I've ever seen paid.
But it's not just her memories from Conria. Paimon doesn't even know how she spent the last 500 years. She only has memories from the... What was Paimon like back in Conria? Did she know a whole lot because she came from Celestia?
Unfortunately, when you arrived in Conria, your consciousness was like that of a newborn infant. None could say what kind of being you once were in Celestia. During the time you lived in Conria, your personality was no different from how it is now.
Aw, man! Paimon's plan to get her memories back and become super smart is ruined before it could even start. You know, even though Paimon lost her memories, she still feels weirdly close to you for some reason. That must mean you took pretty good care of Paimon back—
On the contrary, I completely ignored your existence. I was entirely focused on my struggle against Troptatir the Wise. But now, as I see it, it is as if you are the only sane thing that survived that era of insanity.
Noted. Man, Paimon's gotta stop projecting friendship on everyone she meets. But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, you still want her,
As long
right?
as you are not heavily persuaded.
You're not going to abandon her? Oh, phew! That's a relief.
Okay, இதோட போதும்.
Thank you for telling me.
Given the circumstance,
Allies?
to advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve our issue with the Ruler of Death.
That's right. Ever since she said she intends to reclaim Paimon
against an opponent of this caliber, deliberating over...
You're going to challenge the Ruler of Death? Thank you.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order, and the...
Got it.
There was just one other thing. Well, it's just a request, really. Paimon really wants to see what this Mistleton thingy you're gonna use against the Heavenly Prince. Of course, Paimon knows.
Certainly you may.
Oh!
While the technology is not...
Oh!
Heavenly Principle க்கு Claymore. Very Claymore.
Paimon?
Long story short...
That's right. So,
It was thanks to you that my...
Huh. Really, you should... Anyway.
போலாமா bro. Claymore மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு.
Director Chu, this is the our calculation.
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Start preparing to... I just... Iskra. It's time to rest.
Dear esteemed considering that Lelik will be the purpose of this notice, even with project, we act only.
We act.
You mean?
Just thinking out. I've never seen.
I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
Signora, room போறோம். ஓட விட முடியலையே.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Super, bro.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical,
சரியான scene
every
அந்த
dancer finds a way
cutscene.
to make it her own.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies in pieces are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Koralyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo-energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
அந்த பவர் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம காமிச்சானுங்க. அவன் என்ன ஷேட் வேணா போட்டுக்கலாம். நான் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஷேட் தான் போட்டான்.
Fresh air! Oh, like, who cares if Paimon's a... And like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not gonna...
You've spent the last...
Says who? Paimon original... Wait, the local Snezhnaya...
I thought you were in the...
Paimon can read while she flies. Hey, look at these two dogs.
Oh, I thought... There you are.
Paimon will grab the... Huh? Huh? How many layers does this thing have?
I know that voice.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Let me in.
Hello, Tonya.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
So she's the real
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me. And when
I know.
I've been rushed off. I'm sorry, Tonya.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings. Besides, it's obvious that...
No, it's... Huh?
Hey!
Oh, size entry. ரைட்டுப்பா ப்ரோ நான் சரியான என்ட்ரி லாஸ்ட்ல ஓ டைம் ஆயிடுச்சா வந்திருக்க புல்ஸ் இது 3 2 வந்துச்சா ஓகே 8 என்ன கிளைமிங் Reward available for claiming. Available சொல்றான் available இல்லையே என்னடா இது? ஏய் என்னாச்சு?
No way. It's true. You're sure? Yes?
Okay.
What was that?
Huh?
Who's there? Traveler? Yes? What were you expecting? A ghost? I have. Here. It's a music. It used to play. It'll take some time to fix. But my daytime schedule tends to be quite... Yes, it's fine, but I must say, you're always eager to... I appreciate the... But if you could help me collect... Also, think of it as... that said, it scares people...
ஏய் கிரையோசிஜர் இல்லையா? நல்லா பாருங்களா. டெலிபோர்ட் இதுதானா?
Welcome to the... Thank you for Welcome to the...
அந்த ரெண்டு புள்ளி எப்படி எடுக்கிறது? 12% தான் வருது. 40 தான் வரும்.
Yeah.
Good night, bro. Good night, bro. Start ஒரு நாள் பேசுறீங்க.
More makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Let's fly.
I'm here.
Let's go, Fagio.
Trouble!
Come on, keep up. Certainly went out of your way for this, didn't you? How tiresome. Pick up the pace. Take a break. Pick up the pace.
Fine.
How tiresome.
Shut up. Run faster.
Oh, what's inside? Not that I care. Let's test my hypothesis. Take a break. Cha. How tiresome.
Hey.
Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Huh? All that work for this?
Chamber full and ready to roll.
Let's go, Let's fly. Let's fly!
Yeah, it's good, sir.
Take me up!
போட அவரை கொடுக்குறாங்க